Okay, in this section, let's talk about best practices batteries and the battery charging scheme. As we discussed earlier, there are two batteries in this device. They are hot swappable. They're lithium-ion batteries, and with two batteries installed, you have approximately 7.5 hours of real-time battery use. That was tested with the WWAN card activated and multiple processors running. The charging time is about 1.5 hours for each battery, with a tablet PC either on or off. Again, they're hot swappable. So with the two batteries, there is a scheme on discharging and charging. So when if you have two batteries installed in the rear of the system, on power on, the system looks at the battery charge on each battery, and it will drain the battery with less charge first. If you have 100% in each one, it's just a pick one. So as I said just a second ago, it charges the highest charge battery first, which makes sense because you're actually running off of the battery with least power. When it's charging both batteries, like I stated earlier, it'll charge the highest battery first to 90%. Then the second will trickle up to 100, and they'll go back and forth to about 100%. On that LED pattern in the back, if you do run into a battery issue, a defective battery, what have you, if you look at the LEDs in the battery, you'll have a 10101 pattern. So that's an idea, and you can call support, and we can help you out with that. Also, we discussed in the hardware section, right below the fingerprint reader on the right-hand side, there's your battery LED indicator. So when it's steady green, it's 100% charged. When you're plugged in, it'll be either amber or bright green, which means it's charging or it's at full capacity. Blinking amber, it'll tell you have a low battery. It's a low battery warning. When that occurs, shortly thereafter, you will see this pop up on your screen. If you're running in a non-Citrix environment, you'll also see the balloon at the bottom will come up, and it's going to tell you that you're running low on battery. It's time to swap out your batteries, get to a power source. Now, keep in mind, if you're working with an application that's a client-server type application, where you have an open, maybe a form or an application, and you haven't saved that information yet, if the tablet turns off, there's a good chance you're going to lose that information, so please be aware of that. Also, if you do come out of a low battery shutdown situation, the low battery warning will still be present. Just tap on the X to close it, and you're on your way. Best practices when you're to extend your battery. If you don't, a couple of things. If you don't need to have your display up all the way, then by all means reduce the display via the dashboard. If you're not connected to your WWAN or 802.11 wireless, if you're not connected to it, turn off the radios in the dashboard as well, and that will extend the battery. With being lithium-ion batteries, you can always charge it at any time. There are really no memories to these batteries. We do recommend once a month that it does drain below, I think it's 20%, 25%, and then complete charge up to 100%, and that'll extend the life of your battery. There's also a battery icon, as you can see from the graphic there. It's on your taskbar. What you'll see is 100%, the battery is completely full. Depending on what operating system you have, it'll either be a blue battery or maybe a green battery, and it will drain as the batteries drain as well. So in this case, you can see it's 100% blue right now. If it was 50% battery life, means one battery. If I have two batteries, means one battery is just about depleted. It'd be half silver and half blue, and so forth. You can also hover over that icon, and it will tell how much battery life you have left as well. And that concludes our battery best practices section.